Hello, Bolts family. Sorry I didn't post earlier, but we had to go into we had to travel into Cagayan de Oro to get the Subaru um, serviced. And anyway, I just been away for a while. So yeah, how about that game? Week three is amazing, amazing. Um, should have lost it again probably because fourth and one, and you go for it on the 24 going in for them. Oh man, but we didn't. Our defense was stout. At least here and there when it counted this time. Also, our offense also was able to do it when it counted this time, except for that fourth down. Anyway, it was an amazing game. So Justin Herbert broke many records, and he's actually the number one. Not Tua. Tua's not the number one quarterback right now, maybe for yards, but as far as like all together for yards and for touchdowns and for no interceptions, actually, Justin Herbert is actually the number one quarterback right now in the NFL. So that's amazing. And 400 and some yards. That's amazing. Yeah, the whole thing was amazing. And the one interception that they didn't get was sort of lucky. But then again, they stole that fumble from us. That was a fumble. What are you talking about? A guy fumbles the ball. Oh, we blew the whistle. How you blow the whistle? You would never have anybody run after they were hit if that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. So we should have won that game anyway, based on that. Um, you know, so so it's good news. And then Mike Williams had a great game. And Keenan Allen, another all-time record. I think he broke Lance Allworth's all-time record for something. I don't know if it was yards per game or total yards or something. Lance Allworth, one of the great. Him and Charlie Joyner are the greatest receivers, and Lance Allworth's old school. He was actually on the team, I think, as a rookie or something in 1963, the only year the Chargers won a championship, and I think the score was like 53-10 or something. Amazing game. Two had two running backs. There was an AFL championship. I think the second year, maybe the AFL was. I don't know, but it was real early in the existence of the AFL. 1963. The opening kickoff, Chargers run back for a touchdown. They had two running backs that each had 200 yards, and Lance Allworth played in that game, and he was a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. I think he actually maybe won a Super Bowl. I know he was in a Super Bowl when he was with the Cowboys at the end of his career, but they call him Bambi. That's really old school from the 60s and 70s. Amazing. And so Keenan Allen, and then Mike Williams. Mike Williams is out, man. He's out for the season, and he's probably out as a Charger. The reason is, first of all, he gets hurt a lot. Right? He's amazing. I mean, think of all the years. Think of him and Phillips. Think of some of those catches he made in the end zone, jumping over people underneath. I mean, overtime win against I think it was Kansas City in the end zone on the 2 pointer. Just amazing stuff. We think about Mike Williams, right? So it was just an amazing talent. No one could ever replace him. But the problem is, well, first of all, he's out for the season. Second of all, him and Keenan are both fixing to get each of them over $30 million against the salary next year. So you can only spend so much. So the salary cap is done busted. So one of them was going to have to go anyway, right? And they're hoping they can restructure Keenan's contract. But Keenan he's not going anywhere. He's still got it, at least a couple more years. He might be like that guy. What's his name? The guy that used to play for the Cardinals, right? He just gets better with age. Just amazing, just his route. So Mike Williams is out for the season, and because he's due to make 30-some million, they'll probably have to cut him next year. They'll still have to pay some, but it won't count because we can't afford him. We just cannot afford to spend him and Keenan Allen each 30 million. So just if they let him go, um, and they're probably going to let that J.C. Jackson guy who's fixing to get $20 million next year. So that would actually instead of so many million over, would actually be under. So that's all about the finances. And if there's any miracle that happens, Mike Williams might wear the Charger uniform again, but I highly doubt it. So that's kind of a sad note. But moving forward against the Raiders, here's the good news: they lost their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I don't think was that great anyway. I think they were foolish to get rid of Carr. Carr was he was pretty good. He is still pretty good. He also got knocked out of his game. I don't know if he's coming back, but so they might be playing this rookie. So it's good for the Chargers. It bodes well for us. We'll see what happens because our defense is not. I mean, the only thing they've been doing good is stuffing the quarterback. They've been doing amazing. This guy Tui Tolopo, I think that's how you say it. Tui Tolopo. He's from California. I think he's a Samoan guy. He's amazing. Another Samoan. We have one of those. Remember Junior? So we got this Samoan guy, Tui Tolopo, and he's been teaming up with actually with Bosa on the same side. Mac is still there. You don't hear his name a lot, but he's still stuffing him. He is stuffing him. Oh, he's the other one we'll probably lose after this year because of the salaries way too high. We can't afford to keep all these guys. We're going to have to start paying Justin Herbert. So anyway, but this is the year. So those guys have been stuffing them and they've been stopping them and they've been doing really good against that. But as far as throwing the football, if we don't get to them on a rush or pressure them, man, they're still dicing us, man. They diced us last week. Kirk Cousins, man, he diced us. And same thing with running the football. That guy Madison, whatever his name is, the running back. That's the only game he ever had where he was decent, right? And now he's like now everybody's saying he's a great fantasy guy. Well, maybe he doesn't get to play the Chargers every week, so we really need our defense to step up against the pass and against the rush because otherwise, I mean, you got that offense. They're going to score the points. And Mike Williams is out, but that just brings back Palmer. Joshua Palmer is a pretty good. There's nobody like Mike Williams as far as the way he catches those jump balls. But Palmer's a really good route runner, and he's got great hands. And we pick up this kid Quentin Johnson, who hasn't really got a chance to play yet. You see these other rookies on these other teams; they're all getting chances, and they're doing good. I think, and Quentin Johnson's better than most of them, to be honest with you. And he's fast, and he's going to be amazing. So I think they're going to bring him. I think they're going to bring Darius Davis, the little guy that runs back the kicks. I think they might start using him more. And we really need Austin Eckler to come back because Jackson just didn't look too good the last 2 weeks. And I don't know if that's the blocking, that they're not blocking for the run, or what's going on. But they got to figure that out. So we're not rushing the ball well, and we're not defending against the rush. So we'll see. They should get healthy though against the Raiders. They should. Let's just hope they just totally demolish them. It's the Raiders. It's okay to demolish them. Anyway, guys, God bless you guys. Hey, bolt up, baby. Let's go. Let's go, bolts. So anyway, we'll see what happens this week, and then we got a week off. So you guys take care. And I thought I would just start posting these, and 2 or 3 people watch them. That's good with me, as long as they're the right 2 or 3 people. So da 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 da, charge.